Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vuvu and this is VVR Reads. If you are new on here, welcome and please consider joining the family. We'd love to have you here. If you're a returnee, an oldie part of the fam bam, welcome back fam. Thank you for joining me once more. On today's video, I am sharing with you all the books I read in the month. All the books I read in the month of March.
So Vena _reads is an amazing book reviewer, also YouTuber. She reviews books on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, she also has a blog as well. So please, if for your connection with literature, get in touch with or follow at VUVUVENA_reads. She is based in South Africa, and I think it is also extremely important to follow literary content creators who are based outside of the West and in continental Africa, because they do a really good job of bridging the gap.
We appreciate you, Vuvu, for bringing us Turning Pages and for bringing us your BookTube channel.
You know, this is a chance for people to actually see some people that I really enjoy.
Please consider pressing the red subscribe button down below, and if you're a returnee, welcome back fam.
Vuvu, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
So I'm gonna start with the audiobook that I listened to. I was quite curious to listen to Pride by E.B. Zoboy. I think that's how you say her name. I'm gonna put up the book up here somewhere, or this way, because I had just finished reading Pride and Prejudice the month before by Jane Austen, and I wanted to see what she would do with the remix. And so if you guys are not aware, the remix is basically a retelling of the Pride and Prejudice story. This time around, E.B. has called it Pride, and it's happening in a community / the ghetto in America, and it's translated into Black culture in modern day. So it was quite a ambitious work, I would say, to be able to bring the times across to current day, as well as to then change the racial profile of the characters while telling the same kind of love story. She did an excellent job. My only thing with that book that I didn't quite like was the fact that she uses a lot of poetic prose, and it's okay up until like an extent, right? So there were moments where I felt like she was overdoing it, and I was like, why did you have to do that? But other than that, it was quite fun to read, especially off the back of the classic, to see what a modern day interpretation would look like. I absolutely loved that one. I should have had my ratings in front of me, so please do forgive me. I will tell you in a bit how much I rated that. So I don't know if I will read any other retellings or remixes of books, because I am not 100% certain yet, because of this experience, if it is something that I can truly say with my chest, you know, that I absolutely love. So I don't want to play around with, you know, fire, but we shall see. I did rate it a 4 out of 5 stars, which isn't bad. The next book that I did pick up in that month was The Shape of Family. This book over here, The Shape of Family by Shilpi Somaya Gowda. This one was sent to me by Jonathan Ball Publishers. In this one, we follow, let me get her name, Jaya, right, who is born to an Indian diplomat and an ambitious banker in Philadelphia. The family, very early on in the book, experiences a tragedy, but before the tragedy, we get the sense that Jaya is trying to navigate life as an other, right? And how this tragedy is then dealt with in this family leads her to a journey of self-discovery, even while she's grieving and very guilt-ridden, and she makes a number of mistakes along the way, but in her making of these mistakes, she uncovers herself and she comes back to herself. And this one is also told through the lens of a person who has died, so there are point of views that come from this person specifically. I did accompany this one with an audiobook. It is not my typical book to read, so I did need a little bit of a push. I don't know if it's a book that a genre that I would go back to. I don't even know what the genre should be called. Maybe it's just contemporary fiction, I don't know. But it was not bad, but at the same time it was quite different. I don't know if you get what I mean, but I will do an in-depth or a longer review just on the book, so do look out for that. I rated this one a 3 out of 5 stars. So after that, I did pick up Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. Like, listen, child. Namangas. And guys, I don't know how to say these names, so please do forgive me, and it is no disrespect whatsoever. It's just they are foreign to me, so I'm just hoping that I'm saying it right. This one is called Clara and the Sun. Our very main point of view or perspective in this book is told through the eyes or the lens of an AI character, which I absolutely love. My first encounter with an AI character in a book was when I was reading Origin by Dan Brown. I will link my review over here of that book, and I realized that there's certain things that specific author, and I want to say that this author also takes liberty with, because it's not a human character, and some of those liberties go back to highlighting what it is to be human, or the precious elements of being human. I don't know if that makes sense, but I absolutely love the main character in here. I love what Kazuo did with the story. It is very heartfelt, it was very heartwarming, and we get to see like a lot of unspoken fears among human beings, and how we then tailor our societies to guard those fears, if you hear what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I enjoyed this one. This one was also one that a publisher gave to me. This I received from Jonathan Ball Publishers. I did rate this one a 4 out of 5 stars. And so I am trying to read 50 books this year. I don't know if I've mentioned that already. I don't know if I made mention of that in any of my previous videos, but I'm trying to read 50 books this year, and I've set myself a minimum goal of at least 5 books a month. I do understand that that means that there will be 2 months where I can breathe, but also maybe there will be 2 months where I can just push that goal a little bit, you know. So we shall see how it goes. So this month, the month of March, I did manage to read 5 books. So the next book that I picked up, I don't know why I'm talking like that. What is wrong with you, Joe? The next book that I picked up is Angela McCullough's Sophomore, which is the 30th Candle. In this one, we follow 4 friends, Linda, Dikeledi, Nolwazi, and Shade, as they navigate the last chapter of their 20s and are about to enter their 30s, and all the social pressures that they're feeling, where they should be in terms of career-wise, in terms of maturity, in terms of relationships, romantic relationships, and all the skeletons that they try to hide in their past, and how they end up catching up with them, and how also they've navigated the pressures that come with age, especially in a predominantly Black society where there are expectations upon you that you should have achieved a certain thing by a certain time, you know, and how that plays out against the backdrop of normal life still going on, you know. And I think that Angela really gave and versed those fears, etc. quite well. This one was sent to me by Pen Macmillan Books, or Pen Macmillan South Africa, and I did rate it 3.8 stars. You can look out for a review coming up on the channel soon. And then the last book that I picked up in the month of, it is the last one, eh? I think so, in the month of March. The last book that I picked up in the month of March was Girl A by Abigail Dean. I truly love this. So I did do a, just as a side note, I did a little binge. I want to say it was early March or late February, on a crime docues, yes, on Netflix, right? So by the time that I picked this up, I was in my element. I was there with the psychological thriller, like dysfunctional family, like warped ideas of living type of situation, right, in the reality of things, because those are reality crime docus. So by the time that I did pick this one up, which was sent to me by Jonathan Ball Publishers, I was like, I'm ready for you. And it also fit into this whole idea that I said I had of introducing more. Okay, when I say thriller, I'm putting like crime in that same bracket, psychological thriller generally, etc. You know, that kind of subgenre. That's what I'm looking at, and so it's really up my alley when it comes to that. So anyway, in this one we follow highly dysfunctional family, right, through the perspective of girl A, who then tells us what she and her siblings suffered in the hands of their parents, and most especially their father. This one has a little bit of like religious abuse. I don't know how to term it, but when you become a fanatic over religion and you start misinterpreting things and abusing people as a result, there's a lot of that going on here. There's a lot of psychological abuse and damage on the kids. There's a lot of, obviously, depression and trying to navigate the abuse survivor's mind. There's a lot of good times and heartfelt times in this book, strangely enough, but it is mainly, I don't want to lie to you, it is mainly a very sad story. And it's not only sad for the victims in the book, but it's also sad for the perpetrators, because you get to see just how fickle we can be as human beings. But anyway, like I said, and I keep saying, there will be full reviews on these books. This one I rated a 4 out of 5 stars. So that's it for my March. That is it for my March wrap up. If you've made it this far, thank you so very much, and please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please like the video, please, and then comment if you've read any of these books, or if you want to engage about any of the books that I've mentioned. And then please don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, I love you very much for choosing me. Bye now.